Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Thefacedu and welcome back to World of Warcraft. In the last video, we actually left off by going to Kazzak City and equipping ourselves with a lot of gear. And now that we have done that, we are actually back here in the Zenga Marsh and we are just going to go ahead and proceed to turn in the quests that I need to turn in and to get a bunch of new ones. But before we do that, I'm just going to go ahead and discover this region over here. There we go. And we're just going to go ahead and locate the drain over here. Then we will need to disable the lake lurk controls, which are over here. Now, luckily enough, I do have flying, so this will go much better and much quicker than it normally would be. So we're at 150 on our trusty flying machine that I built with my own two hands, which is extremely nice. There we go. Now, I'm not really tired, I just haven't had my morning coffee yet, so while the coffee is chilling, we're just going to go ahead and take a look at this. So this is the massive drain here, as you can see. There you go. I love how the flying machine actually works underwater as well. It's so nicely thought out. Okay, let's actually proceed on over here. We need to shut off the other one, and then we'll just go over here, turn in all of the quests, get all of the quests that are in there, then we're just going to go back to the Cenarian Refuge. And I'll be just flying there via the Flight Master, because why actually try to fly if I can do it with the Flight Master? To avoid all the quest mobs, I might be flying around, but that is not to avoid all the quest mobs, but to avoid all of these mobs, for example. I definitely will be flying around, because it's too much work. But this will definitely allow me to level up faster, there's no doubts about that, so that is always good, very nice. And it has actually finally snowed, since now is the 8th of January. Oh, and these dudes are just punching up mushrooms. Well, that's nice, you know, if that's something you're into, go ahead and punch all of the mushrooms that you want. I am at level 30, I'm expecting to get to level 32, in all honesty, by the end of this, so I guess we shall see. Okay, go ahead and shut it off. Perfect. Okay, get him. Okay, arcane shot, regular shot. Okay, nicely done. Let's go ahead and go back on the flying machine and let's get let's skedaddle out of here. And as you can see, there's a plethora of quests here, and we're just gonna get all of them. If we get all of them, we're golden. Skedaddle, skedoodle. Okay, there you go. I'll take that. The Ogre Threat. That is a breadcrumb quest, I believe, for the other one. Well, what's it called? Spirit of the Fair Fallen. Okay, get the Flight Master up in here. Nice. Recently I was playing Freedom Fighters and they had a character that kept saying that's some gangsta shit, you know? I kinda
Stay away from
Found that funny because it didn't make any sense whatsoever. Okay, nice. So that's 9,000 experience just for those two.
spirits be with you.
Okay, and we have another one up here. Although I imagine this one is for PvP.
Relax. Stay away.
Oh, it's not. Well, okay. There is another one right on over here. Let's go ahead and see what he wants. Engineering trainer.
Later.
Beam 15 steam pump parts. Well, okay, I'll take it. It is something that is needed after all, and I did get all of the quests. Now, basically what I want to do first of all is just fast travel back. Well, this is a form of fast travel. Just travel on back to the Swamp Rat post. Then we can actually get the steam pump parts from here, then move on to over here, then, you know, do the rest of it. And perhaps once we actually... yeah, that's hot. And perhaps once we actually turn in those two quests, we'll get some more quests. I mean, there's never a shortage of quests that need to be done, and we are questers, adventurers. Now that's some nice water. That sounds freaking stupid. But it's true. Speak to Watcher Jahang in the steam vaults. Yeah, that's the Shattered Halls, Terrakar Forest, West Edge Mountain. Okay. We are approaching the refuge. This gun is pretty awesome for when herding just won't do. Okay, I should also be able to get a new set of armor. Oh, I'm not quite so sure at what level. I think it's 25. Yeah. I guess we shall see. Although I do believe it's 35. It should be 35. Okay. Replace servo arm. Okay. Okay, here we are back at the encampment. Let's go ahead and get on a flying mount. And we can just go back over here. But right, like I was saying, right, I do have a mean gun, and in about 5 levels I should be able to get another set of armor. Which I'm just going to take a look at actually making that as soon as I finish up with this, but I do think it's at like level 35 or 37, something like that. Okay. Okay, that's awesome, and we got a ring, which is really bad, so we're just gonna leave it be. Warning the Cenarian Circle. Okay, so now we have to go back and actually warn them. I know I looked the part, but I'm not the freaking courier. I was the courier a while back, but... Well, I mean, to be fair, I'll most likely be the courier again. I do have some plans for some mods, but I'm currently doing some shorts as well, so there's a lot going on, and yeah, we're just going to head on straight over here. Angling to beat the competition. Yeah, this gives me water breathing, which is nice since I'm not a druid. Well, I'm a hunter. Okay.
Hello. Farewell. Goddess watch over me.
Okay, what was the point of this? As soon as it is possible, affairs in Mongol and cities have to members occupied. We will do our best to send the necessary resources. So I am quite literally a courier. Well, I guess that's okay. I don't know. It is what it is, you know, I cannot really complain. The pay is okay. I have my big ass flying machine. Everything is good. Alright, how am I actually doing with this? No, not with the collection. I'm at 895. Okay, I think I will actually get that done as well. But that's not really important because on my... There we go. Okay, now I'm now honored with Scenario and Expedition. Okay, that is still not a direct upgrade, so let's head on up here. Right, I actually hit the required reputation level. Yes, you Warden of the Dream. Oh, god damn. Well, it is snow, it's perfect day for just sleeping in. And I kinda did myself dirty by not having coffee. And I actually did have some problems in regards to just getting a decent amount of sleep. Last night, I went to sleep at around... I think it was like... At around 10:30. And then I woke up around 2 in the morning. I was full of energy because I just took a quick nap, I guess. I recorded a bunch of videos, then I just decided, yeah, fuck that. And I took some medication. Since I do suffer from some sleepless nights. That is, it's more of a plant-based medication that is really popular here. And I basically took that, and I actually did manage to get some sleep. Then I just woke up, and here we are. Yeah, get him. Like, I love how this gives a reputation with the Sporagar. Right, like I was saying, I actually did get another 3 to 4 hours of sleep. I was about just thinking of sleeping in some more, but didn't really see the point of it. And I actually made myself some coffee, and before drinking the coffee, I thought it would be a good idea just to start recording. I'm in no rush as far as my recording, uploading, and scheduling goes. I have more than adequate time to actually just basically do nothing. What's this? Okay, whatever it is, it will give me more XP, so cannot really complain about that. Yeah, right, like I was saying, I'm in no rush to actually do that whatsoever. Since I'm recording this for February and it's currently the 8th of January, so I still have plenty of time to actually record everything. And I already started editing and rendering the videos for February itself, so doesn't really matter all that much. Okay, and the last piece. Perfect. Okay, let's head back on over here to the post to turn this quest in. That'll give me another 4k XP. Then we'll need to move on to the Fencor Trashers. That'll reward me with more stuff. There is more XP. And I mean, so far so good. Lots of progress has been made overall. I am actually nearing level 31. A new raid boost has actually been
How you doing, man? Stay away.
announced. I was kind of thinking of just buying it. I'm using it on my hunter and just end the series there. That would be funny, but that would be a huge waste of money. Well, it depends how you look at it, but I think it will be funny. But I'll most likely buy not the standard edition, but the one above it, just so I can get the mount. That one is like 70 euros, I believe. I'll be buying that one. And that one will recruit a raid ready boost for one of my characters, and I am debating this since I'm leveling a warlock and I'm also leveling this hunter. The warlock, I'm not recording it, but the warlock is like level 28 or something. I'm not leveling them actively or, you know, with a guide or something. I'm just leveling the hunter while I'm recording leveling the hunter. And I'm leveling up my warlock whenever I feel like it or when I'm bored. I do have a death knight, which I do want to level up. But since I'm currently leveling up a hunter and a warlock, I just don't feel like doing another leveling zone. And especially not since I decided to do the lore master achievement. Although that'll be a doozy upon itself, but essentially I am doing that. Okay, yeah, there they are. Okay, like I said, that is something that I'm doing. I want to get the lore master achievement. Now, just looking at it in general, I already do have the lore master of the Eastern Kingdom and the lore master of Kalimdor, the lore master of the Dragon Isles, lore master. Okay, so let's just go quests. The lore master. I do have the lore master of the Eastern Kingdoms and the lore master of Kalimdor. I completed that on my mage long ago. Recording wise, I did do the lore master of the Eastern Kingdoms. Next up that I'll be recording is the lore masters of Kalimdor. The lore master of Legion I actually got during Legion. Oh yeah, the lore master of Shadow. No. I wasn't playing during Legion, my bad. The lore master of Legion I actually got just by, you know, what's it called? By playing it. I'll need to do that on another character, for example, the Death Knight. So it can actually make sense since I already did it, but the lore master of Shadowlands I actually got while it was actual. That is while it was trending, while the expansion was there. Draenor, Zandalar, Pandaria, Northrend, and Outland. I did make a lot of progress on Outland. Just like this, but I didn't do the Shadow of the Betrayer, so that was the last zone I didn't do. Which was also quite interesting because that is approximately where when I decided to quit the game. When it was Shadowlands. And mostly because I wasn't having fun, you know. The Shadowlands was very bad for me. Very bad indeed. I didn't see the point of going in and doing that big zone, not Oribos, what's it called? Zenith Mortis and the Crucible. I was actually part of a guild back then as well, but yeah, just overall the expansion was very bad and not very friendly towards me personally. And so I decided to do the lore master thing, and I do believe I had plenty of other things going in my private life, as you do. And I was just like, why the fuck am I wasting my time playing this game when all it does is annoys me? And I was playing a mage as well, so the damage was meh. And, well, I cannot really say that that was because of Shadowlands. I think it was a combination of Shadowlands and me just not knowing what the hell to do. I think it was both of those combinations, and once you combine both of those things, I was not having fun. And then Dragonflight gets announced. I was skeptical, in all honesty, really skeptical. And I was like, do I want to play this game again? Do I want to give Blizzard my money? And then I saw that you can ride dragons, and I was like, okay, you know, this looks good. And I waited a bit. I waited like a year, I think. I'm not quite so sure on the dates, but I know I waited for a while. Then once I saw that, you know, it's actually good, people weren't complaining about it, you know, way too much. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. I looked up all of the other things that, you know, you can do now, the new things and whatever. And I was surprised. And I decided to, you know, just level up another class. But I wasn't gonna do it all over again. I was actually just gonna get a new one, because when I bought Shadowlands, I bought the second edition. Like, you know, the edition, not the standard edition, I believe it's the heroic edition. Right, anyway, so I bought the heroic edition, and I was like, okay, cool, I did get a boost. And I spent that boost on a warrior, but I leveled up a mage by itself. You know, on my own, that is. The warrior was good, but at that time I spent way too much time on my mage. You know, going through the Covenant and whatnot. The Covenant was a real bad of a grind. At least to me it was, and I didn't see any noticeable upgrades to me. And the world quests were also relatively bad. Really bad.
I need to target something first.
And I believe you couldn't even fly anywhere, you had to ground mount. I think that you did like the achievement or whatever, but in Dragonflight you could fly. And I decided on a fun class, a druid. And man, once I tried to be a boomkin, that did not work. I was looking at those combinations about hitting the sun with the moon and stuff like that. And in all honesty, I was like, okay, that is way too much work. Plus I'm a squishy bastard, so don't really like that.
Acquire a target.
So what are my other options? Then I tried the kitty cat formation. Again, decent damage. Decent dots, but squishy. Then I figured I don't like to think way too much about playing a game. I kinda want to be a brain dead idiot about it. And so I decided to go into the Guardian spec. And now the thing about the Guardian spec is that is basically the tank spec. But the thing about it is you can be a brain dead moron. You only have a couple of buttons to press, and it's really hard for you to die, especially if you're decently geared like I am. It's really hard for you to die. And I absolutely love that. It requires minimum effort, and I have very much fun. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. For instance, I also like the Hunter because, okay, for a Hunter, I get that for late game, Mythic and stuff like that. I don't play Mythic, I don't trade. I'm not even in a guild. I mostly just do world quests. And I record videos about random stuff. Yeah, you know, about the achievement and nothing, you know, that is way too focused on interacting with other people. Is it because I'm antisocial? Not really. I'm not really that antisocial, not anymore anyways. I've been working on that. But basically what I have been doing, why I actually avoid them, I actually got off what there, I was just spamming buttons. Basically what I have been doing is just avoiding people in general because people are stupid. And very toxic. They like to get pissed off. And the thing about that is, I'm okay if you want to try hard the game. Go ahead and try hard it. Do whatever it is that you want to do. I'll probably try hard it with you. If we're playing together. But if you're try harding it, and then you start insulting me, well, I, in all honesty, turned into a bit of a cunt then. And I decided, okay, that's why I actually stopped playing League of Legends as well. I used to play it when I was in elementary school. And I'm currently 26. League of Legends is also an old game, by the way. Not elementary school, primary school. I have no idea what the equivalent is, but like from the 6th, 7th or 8th grade. So you can do your local conversion for that. But anyways, I will be playing with my friends, and sometimes, well, not sometimes, but the League community is just generally toxic. Oh, that's my friends were no exception. And the thing is, they kind of, yeah, they were tryharding, and you know, they didn't want to feed. And you know, when they started insulting me, I was like, yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. My computer is lagging like crazy and stuff like that. And then I just decided to feed the ever-living bejeebus out of the enemy. And I would do that every time. But when they weren't actually toxic and stuff like that, I would actually try. And we would win most of the time. But if they started going like, oh man, you suck, I can't believe this, I can't believe that, yada bada yada bada, I'll be like, okay, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna feed. And I'm just gonna troll you, you know. If you're gonna give off that negative energy, I'm gonna take it and I'm just gonna turn it into something positive and or entertaining to me. You might not be having fun, but I will be having fun, and that's all that matters to me at the end. Video game wise, of course. I will not take the same thing for you know, for work or something like that. But just in general, if you're gonna be a cunt, I'm gonna fucking just be a cunt back. But I'll be subtle about it, but troll-like, you know. Gonna be a bit of a sneaky beaky. Yeah, nice. Okay, we have 4 more of these guys to slay. And we should be getting another level up. Then once we turn in all of the quests, that is a potentially another level up. But yeah, like I was saying, in general, I don't do raids because that involves communicating with a lot of people who are not required to be there. Like, I'm pretty sure that most, if not all of those guys, in a working environment, you couldn't find anybody better. You know, somewhere where it actually matters to be a team player and to actually do stuff and to make life easier for everybody. I'm pretty sure that most of them will excel at that right on over there. But if you just take them and you put them in here and basically they don't have to follow the rules, they don't have to do anything. They're just gonna want to do what they want to do, and that falls into anarchy.
I do not have a target.
And that is generally just bad. And then you haven't accomplished anything, you're just, you know, pissing yourself off. You're getting angry, but you're not accomplishing anything, and you know, so that's kind of counterproductive in my opinion. The coffee should be cool enough. Right, what else? So basically, you know, if I were to find, I don't know, some success on this YouTube thing, and I actually, you know, get people sending me messages on, what do you call it, on the ye old YouTube, you know, about contacting me in the game wanting to do stuff, I would consider actually making guild and raiding. In that case, it will make sense. You know, you have people that actually want to be there, and the environment should be more or less not toxic, you know? There we go. Ah, perfect. Okay, like I was saying, but I, you know, honestly doubt that will happen anytime soon, so I will not be raiding, and I don't see the point of actually doing current content. World quests actually provide a decent enough armor for you to do old world content, and there is so much content for you to do that realistically, if I was to set out to do raids, I would do them as soon as I finish all of the other content first. Because like I said, there is so much content that can actually be obtained that it's crazy. Not obtained, that can actually be done, that it's insane.
Acquire a target. I do not have a target.
There we go. Okay, nice, we got his head. Let's go ahead and turn in all of these quests. What else did I want to say? Yeah, so... Oh, and especially doing mythics, you know. I remember when I was playing... I believe it was what my warrior during Shadowlands. And I had no idea what I was doing. I was never too much for that, you know, hardcore thing, you know, doing all the things and stuff like that. Never was much of a big fan of that. And somebody called me the worst warrior they have ever seen. And I distinctly remember saying, but I have 2 swords. And you know, I do believe they popped an aneurysm to that. Because that is just such a stupid thing to say. But I have 2 swords, you know? But I was just imagining them screaming their fucking ass off at the monitor. At any case, yeah, that's just me. Ye old dickhead. If you will, let's go ahead and turn in this. Turn in that. Okay, nice. Let me just go ahead and go inside the tavern here. No, not that. Make this in my home. Right, what did I also want to talk about? Yeah, we'll be hitting level 42, no problems. Right, let me just take a sip of my coffee. Oh, mi amor. Ugh. Mm. Oh, I remember one time I did. Oh, there we go. There's Margash. I used to smoke. Well, I'm actually telling the stories, you know. I used to smoke before. And one time, my mother was coming from Vienna via bus. And I was supposed to go and basically meet her at the main bus station in my city. And it was morning. I haven't really slept all that much, and I also haven't had a bowel moment in a while. And if you're a smoker or you used to smoke, you know that the first smoke every morning actually just, you know, it makes you go to the bathroom. Especially when you combine that with coffee. And since I haven't really slept all that well, I was under the impression that I already did all of that. And so I also just, you know, went and I bought some coffee along the way, and I haven't smoked. So basically I went from one mode of transportation to another mode of transportation, so from one bus to another bus. Went outside, quickly went and got some coffee, bought my cigarettes, and then I was like, okay, I'm just sipping my coffee, I'm smoking my cig, everything is fine. Then all of a sudden I get this crumbling. Like, I start getting these cramps. And I'm just like, oh lordy lord. That's not gonna be good.
I do not have a target.
Why did I release a bunch of baby Murlocs? In any case, yeah, I start getting all of this rumbling, and I'm like, holy moly. Because it was quite literally stomach churning. You can hear it, it was like an old diesel engine. And I was like, oh yeah, this is it. This is the time that I will actually shit my pants in public. But it was not that time, because I started running and running and running and running. I never ran so fast before in my entire life, I don't think. And basically there was a person manning the door at the main bus station, where you had to, you know, just give a little bit of money, then you go inside and you do your business. As I was running and as I was sweating as an idiot, I just took out, it was like 20 to get in, 20 dinars, and I just threw 200 dinars and I said, keep the change, just let me go ahead and take, you know, just move, you know, get out of the way. And the person did get out of the way, and I totally forgot to take the change. I was like, you know what, just keep the change. I mean, I was so relieved after that I really didn't see a point to go and argue about change, because I was not getting that change back. That much was obvious, you know, right from the get-go.
I need to target something first.
Okay. But yeah, now that I remember that, those were the good old days, if you will. More simpler times. They weren't really that better, but they were more simpler. That's what people actually get wrong about better days. They weren't better days, they were just more simpler times. You know, many people look at their childhood and they remember it fondly. I mean, of course you do. It's your childhood. You were a child. Every need you had. was most likely taken care of.
I am out of range.
Most likely, if you had a normal childhood. But if, for example, you had a privileged childhood, then nothing much should have actually changed for you. But if you had a traumatic childhood, to each their own. It's just not something that anybody else can comment on besides you. Because you lived through it, you know. Somebody can call you out if they know that something you said is BS, but for the most part, that's all on you. You're the only one that actually knows what it felt like. And regarding those things, it's mostly just feelings. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. It's just feelings. You felt a certain way when X and Y happened. Looking at it logically, you might do so. Okay, perhaps they didn't buy me that because they were struggling. There was that economic crisis here or that economic crisis there. There's always an economic crisis. And some people are more fortunate than others. That is always true. But in general, when I look back at my childhood, it is, you know, just, it's a mixture of everything. But would I change it? Yes, I would change a lot of things, in all honesty. If I could take a time machine back, I will change a lot of things. I mean, who wouldn't? If we're being perfectly honest, who the hell wouldn't? If there were no repercussions, only positive things that could happen from you changing time, I believe a lot of people, I won't say everybody, but a lot of people would go ahead and go back and change time. I'm absolutely certain of that. Because imagine that you can just go back, you know, you didn't sleep with that one girl, for example.
Target.
You could go back and change that. Or you had an argument and I no longer talk to that person, but later on, you have learned that you were absolutely right when your relationship is never the same. That is a rare, I believe. Cartoon Gula. Okay, that was not a rare. But I shall take it. It had the count name in it. And there's the slicer, the last one. Perfect. The count of the mashers. Okay, I'm just gonna go back. Oh, actually, we should do this one. Then we're just going to go back. Right, like I was saying, most people will change a lot about their past and things that they've done to fix some of the arguments they've had about nothing when they lost a loved one over basically pride. You know, when you're looking back at it, I remember the older people in my life telling me, you know, giving me good-natured advice, and I was like, what the fuck do you know? And now they were basically right about everything. But how the hell do you convince yourself of that? You know, you're a kid. You know, they always told me, yeah, you should study more. Of course you should study. That makes sense now to me, and I wish I did study more. Perhaps I would have been much better in life, just in general.
Target.
I'm much better off, that is. But who knows what would have happened? I don't understand. What am I supposed to do with this? Okay, these are the ruins. Okay. What was the point of this? I have studied, I could have perhaps, you know... Oh, okay. So I don't have to take care of that guy over there. Perfect. You know, if you studied more, you could have been more successful. Possibly, but you don't know that. Perhaps if you actually, instead of working, you went off to college and you came to the workforce, etc., you're less better off than you would have been if you just worked. I now know that for my current role, a college education is like necessary. I got the job without it. Or no, I think... I'm actually not quite so sure about that, but you don't necessarily need a college qualification if you have experience. And how do you get experience? Well, that's another matter. Why am I even rambling on about that?
Spirits be with you, man.
There we go, level 32. Born to be wild. There you go.
How you doing, man?
I'll take the onslaught elixir, thank you very much. There we go. I doubt anything they have can actually be of use to me,
What you want?
armor wise, but it's worth checking. And we shall indeed check.
Stay away from them.
There we go, that's it for Zabrajin. No.
You come get the voodoo. Stay away from them.
Kill Overlord, message to Daggerfist, okay. And we're halfway there to another one. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this one.